All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Movie Melee. We got another exciting match. This time in round 2 of the Melee Singles Tournament. I am your host, Dylan Banthine. I'll be solo hosting today. We got an exciting one. The number 1 seed, Payson Johnson, going up against the number 16 seed, Robert Castner. Payson, I believe, beating Brandon Dunlap to get here, and Robert Castner beating Scott Harvey. Should be a good match. I'm excited. Let's get right into it, starting with our lower-ranked competitor, Robert Castner. We will get into interviews here. Robert with his manager, Jake. So, Robert, you beat Scott Harvey in a very, very good match leading up to get here. So, how are you feeling about your opponent today, Payson Johnson?
I started off 2-0, and then I lost 4 straight. And then I won 3 straight. So chances are we will do the downswing. I'm here with the most carefree attitude I could possibly have. My goal here is to just make sure I don't get red shot like I did the last time I was in a tournament and get fucking knocked out. So as long as I don't do that, we're cool. We're straight.
Yeah, I couldn't have put it better myself. All the pressure's on Payson. So Payson, don't mess this up. Just telling you right now, don't do it.
All right, sounds good. Well, good luck to you. We will put Jake backstage for now, and we will speak with... And we will speak now with his opponent for this evening, Payson Johnson, and his manager, Cameron Holtzman. Payson, you're fresh off of a very solid performance against Brandon Dunlap. You're now facing Robert. How you feel about your match today and your opponent?
Yeah. If anyone who walks into a match to discounts Robert Castner would be a fool if you've been watching how he plays this year. Guy has been killing it and is making a good path to be comeback player of the year. That being said, when I started this tournament, I literally just said, I want to make it to round 3. Never made it to round 3, and I win tonight. I do that. So, Robert, let's do this.
Absolutely. Payson in round 1 played one of the most insane and, frankly, from a managerial and competitor perspective, disgusting and terrifying games I've seen in my entire life. It was concerning, and the man needs to go outside. But for right now, we're going to stay here. Payson's going to play. Payson, I want you to do what everyone else does to the things that Jake Meltzer says and just ignore it and don't listen to it. You got this. Light the fuse. Let's go.
All right. Well, best of luck to you as well. And we'll now get into round number 1, which will work like this. The competitors will be asked 8 questions in 8 different categories of movie trivia. To get all 8 questions right, they will be asked a bonus question. They will answer individually on their whiteboards. Each player has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
Nope. Let's lose all those repeats in round 1. Let's go.
All right. Please don't. But we will get into your first question, which will come in the category of recent releases. Who stars as former Army Ranger Jackson Briggs in Dog? This is a film that I am told exists and is, I actually don't know if the consensus is that it's good or bad. I guess I'd have to find out on my own. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Payson first.
The movie is way darker than you would think. Channing Tatum.
And Robert?
If it's a cast question, I could do recent releases. Channing Tatum.
Both correct. Channing Tatum. Your next question will come in the category of classics. What is the profession of the man who is on trial in Inherit the Wind? Yes, this is a great film. I remember watching it in school. They showed me. It's a good time. Good film. Good film. Everyone should check it out. 5.
I lost an Ontel match because of this movie. Rest
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Robert first.
Teacher.
And Payson?
You said school and you scared me for a second, Dylan. Teacher.
Yeah, I thought about that afterwards. I shouldn't have said that. Teacher is correct. Both correct. And we will now get into your next question, which comes in the category of directors. To date, what is the most recent film directed by Ben Stiller? Yes, gotta love the films directed by Ben Stiller, like Inherit the Wind. As said before, great film. Don't want to give away any other possible answers, but Inherit the Wind. Again, solid movie. Check it out. 5, 4.
I'll repeat, please.
All right. That is Robert's first repeat. Your question again. To date, what is the most recent film directed by Ben Stiller? Yes, for the uneducated folks watching, yes, obviously Inherit the Wind was not directed by Ben Stiller, so I would like to urge the competitors, please don't write that on your board. You will look foolish.
What?
5,
Damn.
4,
No.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Payson first.
Zoolander 2?
And Robert?
Wow. I said The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Zoolander 2 is correct. So
Oh.
Payson will take the 1-point lead there. So we now get into your next question, which comes in the category of musicals. 2009's Fame is primarily set in what American city? Gotta love American cities. Like that one and that other one. In Toronto. 5, 4, 3,
You're killing
2,
it.
1. Pens down, and we will go to Robert.
Toronto's essentially an American city. I said New York City.
And Payson.
New York City?
Both correct.
Yes.
Your next question will come in the category of scores and soundtracks. The song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith was recorded for what 90s film? Aerosmith, solid band. I remember they
Great review. Solid band.
I remember they had a rock band themed one with all Aerosmith songs. I heard it's pretty good. 5, 4, 3,
That's what I
2,
hear.
1. Pens down, and we will go to Payson first.
Diane Warren's second best song, Armageddon?
Interesting take. Robert.
Good song for picnics. Armageddon.
Both correct. Armageddon. Your next question will come in the category of horror. In 1988's Child's Play, what part of Chucky's body is his weakness? I love stumbling over questions that I wrote. You know, always makes me look like I'm very good at my job. Yes. Yeah, so blame me if you don't like this question. I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Robert.
Good question. I don't know. I said his chest.
And Payson?
I said eyes.
I don't think we can accept either. The correct answer is his heart.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I thought that as soon as I said that.
So no perfect rounds. We will get into your penultimate question in the category of actors and actresses. Who has played a U.S. Secretary of State, a professional safecracker, and a real-life journalist?
You know when you know the answer, but you can't think of the person's name, but you think of everything they were ever in? That was me for
Fair.
2 seconds.
Well, I did see you write something down, so we'll see if it's correct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will go to Payson first.
Charlize Theron.
And Robert?
Charlize Theron.
Both correct. So we will now get into your final question of the round, which comes in the category of sports. What NFL team does Joe Pendleton play for in Heaven Can Wait?
Do you need city and team name, or will you just accept the mascot?
I'll accept just the mascot. Or if you want to give me the full thing, that's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Robert.
This movie's really unrealistic because the Rams beat the Steelers. It's the Rams. Sorry.
Buried the lead a bit there.
Buried the
Payson?
Rams.
Both are correct, the LA Rams. So coming out of round number 1, I have the score at Payson in the lead 7-6. Very close game. And we will get into round number 2, which will work like this. Each competitor will get a chance to spin at the wheel, which will decide what category that they will be stuck with. And if they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't like what they spin the first time, they can spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. Each question is worth 2 points unless they check down a multiple choice, in which case will be worth 1 point. The categories that they can potentially land on today are the categories of fandom horror icons and comic book movies, which are Robert's strengths, as well as recent releases and Oscars, which are Payson's strengths, as well as the general categories of sci-fi fantasy, directors, romance, and classics. So, Payson, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin, forced, or defer? We could bring in your manager here. Someone backstage. There we go.
Payson, I say stick with the plan. Yeah.
I agree. We will defer.
Yeah.
All right. So then we will bring in Jake, and this will be Robert's first spin at the wheel.
Wheel of morality, turn, shows the lesson that we should learn. Oh
And
my
you
gosh.
land on spinner's choice.
Wheels love me this year.
Yeah, I think you have to go car icons here.
My shirt is an emblematic of me murdering this wheel if this didn't work out. So
Here's
Fan
how.
horror icons. Here's
Let's go.
All right. So I will unsurprisingly be reading your questions in horror icons since I'm the only one here. So Robert, are you ready?
Indubitably.
Awesome. All right. So your first question in horror icons. In Friday the 13th, Part 2, Jeff and Sandra are punished for what?
They trespass onto Camp Blood.
That is correct for 2 points. Daniel Chalice, Ellie Grimbridge, and Kanal Cochran are characters in what horror icons film? Five.
I'll take
Four.
my second repeat, please.
All right. Daniel Chalice, Ellie Grimbridge, and Conal Cochran are characters in what horror icons film?
Thank you. That now helped me a lot. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question, and sorry for mispronouncing the last one.
That's fine. You're good.
How many members of the Dream Warriors appear in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master?
3.
That is correct for 2 points.
Can you bring Holtzman in? I want to talk to him about something.
Sure.
Yeah.
So in David's last match, the question of okay, nope, it's not the same thing. We're good. Yep.
Okay. So then your penultimate question in this category, Robert. In 1981's Halloween 2, how does Bud, the ambulance driver, die? Five.
All
Four.
multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, strangled, B, has scalding water poured on him, C, stabbed, or D, crushed by a tire.
Strangled.
That is correct for 1 point. So your final question of the round. Who plays Dr. Gwen Holbrook in 2010's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Connie Britton.
That is correct for the clean sweep of the category.
Good job.
So coming out of that round, I have Robert now in the lead 15-7 as we get into Payson's spin. After we bring in his manager.
Happy I
So
got
Payson, your first spin lands on romance.
we should
We talked about it. It's fine, but the main thing we were worried about is gone, so we might as well spin again and get what we want. Yeah.
Yep. We'll spin one more time.
All right. So the category that you will be stuck with then is recent releases.
There it is.
You got it.
Thank you.
And backstage. We'll put Holtzman backstage and not me. So Payson, your first question in the category of recent releases.
Mm-hmm.
Louis Gaspar is accused of what crime in Plane? Or Louis Gaspar, I don't know.
I'll go multiple.
All right. Your options are A, treason, B, murder, C, conspiracy, or D, extortion?
Repeat the options.
All right. Your options again are A, treason, B, murder, C, conspiracy, or D, extortion.
Treason.
That is incorrect. So, Robert, for the 1 point steal, is it A, treason, B, murder, C, conspiracy, or D, extortion?
I don't know much about this movie. I don't know this either, but I know what it's around. I'm going to say conspiracy.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for B, murder.
Fuck. That's what I should have said anyway.
So you're Payson, camera wants to be brought in. So
Okay, Payson, I want to check with you. You would know this a little better than me. What are the rules in terms of how recently available a thing has to be for it to be eligible to be asked about?
If it was, that's what I was thinking. If it's in a theaters, if it went to theaters, it had to have been streaming for 1 month, the day of the match being set up.
Okay, yeah, then it's eligible, because I was like, it just came out on Blu-ray like 2 weeks ago, but it's been streaming for a while. So there we go.
Okay. So then, Payson, your next question in the category of recent releases. What recent release is about a cult who plans to clone Jesus using his DNA by stealing the Shroud of Turin?
This sounds weirdly familiar. Oh,
5.
repeat the
4.
question.
All right, that is your first repeat, I believe. What recent release is about a cult who plans to clone Jesus using his DNA by stealing the Shroud of Turin?
The Devil Conspiracy?
That is correct for 2 points. So your next question. Who directed Ticket to Paradise?
Ole Parker.
That is correct for 2 points. So then your penultimate question. What is Downton being used for in Downton Abbey: A New Era?
Really multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, a wedding, B, a film shoot, C, a funeral, or D, a royal coronation.
I'll use my second repeat of the options.
Okay, so your options again are A, a wedding, B, a film shoot, C, a funeral, or D, a royal coronation.
Film shoot.
That is correct for 1 point. So then your final question in this category, Payson. Who stars as former NASA astronaut Jocinda Fowler in Moonfall?
Who stars? Patrick Wilson?
That is incorrect. So, Robert, for the 2 point steal.
Halle Berry.
That is correct for 2 points. So now coming out of round number 2, I have Robert in the lead 17-12. So we will now get into round number 3, which will work like this. This is your pick your poison round. So each player will get to choose what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4 point questions from the list of categories. The categories that they could choose from today are Joel Cohen, comic book movies, Spike Lee, sci-fi fantasy, biopics, actors and actresses, romantic comedies, and classics. So we will ask the questions until we have a winner mathematically, and we will let the players pick the categories right now, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. The competitors have picked their categories. We will now start with Payson because he is down. We will start with his 1-point question in the category of biopics, which is, who plays Jimmy Hoffa in The Irishman?
Al Pacino.
That is correct for 1 point. So we will stick with Payson for his 2-pointer now in the category of actors and actresses. Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, and Steve Martin have all played what character?
Inspector Clouseau.
That is correct for 2 points. So now we will still stick with Payson for his 3-point question now in sci-fi fantasy. How is the gunslinger android killed in Westworld?
I think I've...
Five.
Burned alive.
That is correct for 3 points. So now we will go over to Robert for his 1-point question in the category of rom-coms. Once I can find it, there it is. In Begin Again, what industry does Dan work in?
In the music industry.
That is correct for 1 point to tie up the game, but since Robert has more questions, we will stick with him now for his 2-point question in the category of sci-fi/fantasy. What family fantasy film features Jason Segel, Emily Blunt, and Jack Black?
Gulliver's Travels.
That is correct for 2 points. So now we are in a situation where we will go over to Payson for his 4-point question in the category of Joel Cohen. If he hits it, we'll send it back over to... Oh, Cameron wants to be brought in. All right.
I want your opinion on this. All 3 of those people are
Yes!
in 2011's The Muppets.
That is what I was thinking, and that is absolutely a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
Did you check IMDb?
I didn't have the time to at this exact moment, no. And I feel like I can't do that now that I'm on here, but
I think it's worth it.
there's no I think we might as well go for it. There's no point in saving it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we will challenge that the 2011 film The Muppets also fits the descriptions given in the question.
All right, so we'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. Very worthy challenge. However, we have decided that because fantasy is not one of the listed genres on IMDb, that we cannot. It does not fit the question, so therefore we cannot take the challenge. Robert will be awarded the points, and Payson will lose his challenge. So we will now go over to Payson's 4-point question in the category of Joel Cohen. If he hits this, he will send it back over to Robert. If he misses, then Robert will be the winner. So your question, Payson, in Joel Cohen. In The Man Who Wasn't There, how much money does Creighton Tolliver want from the investors for his new dry cleaning technology? Five, four,
Repeat the question.
3. All right, that is your second repeat. In The Man Who Wasn't There, how much money does Creighton Tolliver want from the investors for his new dry cleaning technology? Five.
I'll use my last
4.
one.
All right. In The Man Who Wasn't There, how much money does Creighton Tolliver want from the investors for his new dry cleaning technology?
$10,000.
That is correct for 4 points.
Good job, Payson.
Thank you, Robert. This has been a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll now go over to Robert's 3-point question in the category of actors and actresses. If he hits this, he will win. If not, we'll go over to his 4-point question. So your 3-point question in actors and actresses, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Who stars as Conman Moses in Paper Moon?
Ryan O'Neal.
And your winner, Robert Castner. Ryan O'Neal was correct. Phenomenal game from both competitors. 23-22 is the final score. So we will now get into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finisher today, Payson Johnson. Payson, you played a hell of a game. Always, like, whenever a match goes into like the 20-point range, it's always impressive. And you had a killer run in this tournament so far. I'm sure you're probably not super thrilled with the outcome, but I imagine like you have to still be pretty happy with how you've been playing just overall this season. I think you've been playing very well. So how are you feeling right now?
Not the greatest. I just want to say this. Robert played an incredible game. I know how seriously Robert takes this game, and he's one of the best, like, pure studiers out here, so it makes sense. He does so well in a strength. I psyched myself out on both the recent release questions. I was thinking murder for that plain one, but I thought, would they just write a murder answer where the answer was murder? And stars, for some reason, I got too caught up on the word stars. I was like, who is the main character of that movie? And I'm happy I hit my 4, but yeah, I'm disappointed in how I played tonight.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was unfortunate. Those recent releases questions were hard, and it also was a lot of movies from longer ago than we maybe would have liked. Like Moonfall was the very beginning of 2022 and was also terrible and has 50 billion people in it who are all doing nothing. But at the end of the day, Payson still played a great game in this match. He played an incredible game in the last match. Absolutely, Payson will be back after this tournament. He played for the title at the beginning of this year. We are going to get him back playing for and winning that title at the end of this year. This is nothing but a little speed bump, a roadblock. But at the end of the day, we'll take the turn and we'll do what we need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, regardless of the outcome today, I think you're still absolutely one of the top players in this league and a very worthy number 1 seed. When you come back, is there anyone who you'd like to play?
I'll take anyone.
It's fair. Like the attitude. So thank you for coming out tonight. Great game. We will put you backstage for now as we will get to talking to the winner of today's match, Robert Castner. Robert, you just took out the number 1 seed in the tournament. I know I've seen you in other leagues like talk down on yourself in terms of your general movie trivia ability, but you got to be feeling good. You just beat like one of the best guys around, like the number 1 seed. That's a huge accomplishment. So imagine you're probably feeling pretty good right now. Walk me through it. Tell me how you're feeling.
All the credit goes to this guy because he said, we got bigger fish to fry and other things, so you should not care and not take a easy breezy attitude with us. And I took the easiest and the breeziest of attitudes. And I was just fortunate. Like I've been playing along with melee matches lately, and I've been doing really sucky in round 1. Unfortunately, I did not do as sucky in this round 1, and the wheel's been very, very kind to me this year. I'm very happy with it. Like, you know, thank you, blessed for that. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where I got my strength that helped me build a lead. Payson missed some questions. I was happy to get that steal that helped. And then round 3 was in my wheelhouse a bit. You know, these questions, I heard his actors, actresses questions. Like, damn it, maybe I should have changed. Like his 2 and 3, I was like, maybe I should have changed these. Whatever. But no, I feel great. Payson's better than me at this. I think that's very, very clear. Once upon a time, I asked Payson if he wanted to be my teammate, but he had already decided to be teammates with also a better person, which was David Nishimoto. Not that that's saying anything. I'm just saying Payson's way better than me in general movies. I just got lucky today. Let's be clear.
I mean, we might as well call you we might as well call you the Ginyu killer at this point, because I think it's like maybe you and Bar are the only people to beat both David and Payson.
Yeah,
one-on-one.
TKO David, and I had a
Yeah.
5-point lead over
So I think it's any given Sunday. I think, and this tournament I think has shown that so far with some of the upsets that have happened, and I think it just was I think it sucks when it comes down to, like, I have been there where it, like, a match comes down to a brain fart, and it sucks when that happens. I always feel bad when it happens to someone that isn't me. So, like, I feel for Payson with that Moonfall one, because otherwise he played great. I mean, that 4-point Cohen's pull is, like, why he is a championship level player. That's incredible stuff from him. And he's one of my favorite competitors to watch, and he's just one of my favorite people in this community in general. And it's like, if we weren't already playing with house money, it's like we're lighting it on fire now going forward, because we didn't expect to beat Scott. We certainly didn't expect to beat Payson. So whoever is next, we're not going to go into that with very high expectations. And you know what? That served us well so far. So why not keep that going?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, looking forward now, you're moving on to round 3 of the tournament, getting into the top 8 there. So you're getting into, obviously you have already faced the number 1 seed, but you're getting even further into, I guess, like the top echelon of players, even though Payson is, again, already a part of that. Who did you be looking to play in your next match? Because we're not revealing who exactly you'll be playing in the next match, but who would you like to play?
Dylan, all that matters is that when I lose, I have a winning record, and that's all that matters to me. That's the best part. How many people have winning records in Fandom and Melee? There's not that many, so that makes me feel good.
We're on a short list.
On a short list.
Yes,
that's fair. Well, congratulations on the win today. Very huge accomplishment. We'll put you backstage for now, and I will close this out. Yeah. Great match, obviously, from both competitors. I mean, yeah, this tournament has been absolutely insane so far in terms of upsets and big, very, very surprise performances from people. Yeah, Robert really came to play today. Great match from Payson, like sweeping round 3. Very impressive stuff. Yeah, just Robert really, really, really brought the game I think that he needed to play in order to beat Payson, who's just proven to be just a juggernaut in terms of accuracy and just the way he plays the game. Just super well. I'm very excited to see how Robert does moving forward. This has been a great match. Thank you all for watching. Again, from all of us here at Movie Melee, from the writers, from the showrunners, from the players and managers, thank you all for watching. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Later.
Always had Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
If it take a
Bye-bye.